combo up two already really great damage dealing frontliners who can jump in and out of fights to combo well with Orianna, who can lock down people for these frontliners and give them a little bit more survivability and time to deal the damage they need. With BB and Jay in the backline, I really like their team comp just to be able to jump in and dive in balls deep into full Lewis. But full Lewis, I feel their team comp adapts to that very well as well.
It does adapt to that. One thing I do not like about NFL's team comp though is that once again, they don't have any sort of hard CC outside of Muse Crescendo. So if they are unable to go in for the team fights, and TPA itself has a lot of mobile champions, as you say, able to jump in and jump out of fights, it's going to be very difficult for Mew to pull off a 5-man Crescendo in itself. So we'll just see how the team comps kind of interact with each other. We'll see how the lanes interact with each other, because all that little, you know, cool matchup we saw earlier has, you know, you kind of forget about it now because they decided to swap out their roles.
And I feel like in order for Azubu Taipei Assassins to win a 5-on-5 team fight in an even situation, they need to lock down the carries of full Lewis, while full Lewis need to just keep kiting the front line of the Azubu Taipei Assassins. Because if Jax and Kha'Zix don't go for a tanky build, which I doubt they will, it'd be easy for the full Lewis lineup to shut them down. And if they can continue kiting, especially with Nunu's absolute zero, they should be able to take down the front line and work their way to the back line, unless they get locked down by the hard CC coming in from Azubu Taipei Assassins.
Yeah, so once again, NFL will decide to opt for this lane swap coming in. They may go in for a delay invade. No, they just put down a stealth ward there just to go into lane. They do not reveal themselves, but I believe that one little trinket ward does spot it out. So they do have the dual lane of Azubu Taipei Assassins go into bottom. We will have Lolita now help out Violet in the jungle just to maybe gain some farm. Let's see who picks up this large wolf. I think Lolita will not be the one to pick it up. So he will go in, no additional experience coming in, but the lane swap coming in from NFL would possibly allow Nunu to pull off some form of counter jungle, you think?
It could be possible, but it's surprising that they've gone for a lane swap, especially because I feel it's surprising they've gone for a lane swap, just because if they want a Nunu to counter jungle based on them being able to push, like you can already see, look, Morning taking a ton of damage, SOFM, I think he has a pocket Jace here. I mean, he just put off that combo very nice. Well, all the Vietnamese players I feel have a pocket Jace in their hands, but if they swap this one up and they had Shyvana, well, Archie goes in for a weird counter strike there. If they had Shyvana up in the top lane against Jax, I felt like Tristana and Sona would naturally push against a Jinx Annie. And that way they have all three lanes pushing, and that way they would have the ability to counter jungle easier. But Violet doesn't go for any form of early counter jungling on this Nunu at all.
Doesn't go for any sort of counter jungling. He may go to the top lane, however, just to put the Blood Boil onto. Sorry, Violet's used to play the AD carry also, or to say Violet puts the Blood Boil onto Violet, but it's Blood Boiling onto Shin, who's playing Tristana this game. What? So we may see an early turret aggression coming. No, I doubt any tower dives will happen though, so we may, like I said, some turret aggression, hoping NFL is hoping to pick up some objectives early.
Be interesting to see what Shin is picking up as his first few abilities as well, because if he's going for the steroid, but we're gonna see Lolita first blood.
So the turret dive goes in, this time a counter kill coming on to Mew. Mew gets taken down, Archie will go down as well, but the aggression will continue by BB as well as Jay in the lane itself.
Interesting to note, Azubu Taipei Assassin's kill on the bottom lane happened before 4 minutes, while Shin's kill on the top lane happened right after 4 minutes, and also Archie's kill happened before 4 minutes. So
they take a little bit less gold, but it does scale from 60 all the way to 100 over time. So that's not going to affect them too much. As you can see, they do have the gold lead, 1,100 gold in their favor, and if NFL don't take this turret in time, it's going to spell a lot of trouble for them.
So they went for this kind of cheesy Nunu push. I mean, Shindo Morning. Sorry, SOFM will pick up Morning. There goes the pocket Jace from SOFM. Managed to one-on-one Morning there. They will be able to pick up this tower, but I felt like Mew dying in that situation was a huge mistake. I mean,
Ooh, Dinsa taking out very low. Didn't miss the missed out the jump actually.
That's the funniest animation ever. The failed jump from Kazuki when he tries to jump and watch is like, no, I didn't do it. It's the most awkward thing when he lands like, oops.
Lands on the same spot that he cast the spell on.
Oh, that didn't work out. But still, Mew dying in that situation was incredibly poor for Lewis there. I mean, they were able to pick up the kill on the Archie, but giving him a kill in return is always a good thing for the top laner. Gonna be interesting to see how Lewis adapt, because clearly they've set out for a strategy in mind. They put Nunu up in the top lane really early, get the blood boil down onto Shin. Still want to know what ability is ranking up first, because there we go, it's still going for his E, if I'm not wrong, the explosive shot instead of his attack speed steroid, which a few Chinese teams used to pull a Nunu Tristana bottom lane, whereby they'd max the blood boil and the attack speed steroid as their first two abilities to get this crazy attack speed boost very early at level 9 from these two champions. But did not go for that. Instead, we're going to have to see what Violet wants to do with this Nunu jungle instead. We haven't seen it pulled out until today, I think, in the Green Premier League, if I'm not wrong.
No, I don't think we've seen it just yet. So we will have a 4-man attempt on the Dragon now with Nunu there. The Consume and the Smite combination is going to be very hard for Dinsa to come in and steal that one. Morning will rotate down, just to know he will not rotate down actually. They do spot it out of this ward here, so they do still have that Dragon time on their hand. So NFL picks up the Dragon, extends their goal lead now for the first time. They do get the goal lead, so 400 goal in the favor of NFL.
Jay takes a bit of damage, we'll just rocket jump right out of there. And Annie, I remember back in the Season 3 World Championships where people always said that Annie, if it's not in a 2-on-1 lane, is fairly useless. 2v2 lane, Annie is terrible, but we've seen recently that's not the case. Annie in a 2-on-2 lane is absolutely fantastic. That hard lockdown and damage very early on helps out your AD carry in securing kills and also poking out the opposition from the lane. Mew here can already see how far away he is standing from this Annie support. He does not want to take that damage and be locked down.
Yeah, so Morning here gonna pick up the blue buff with the help of Dinsa. Dinsa gonna continue his way through the jungle. It's gonna be very interesting to see what he picks up as a second core item, because the first one is most likely gonna be the Spirit of the Lizard Elder. Spirit Stone as well as the Longsword. Yup, Spirit of the Lizard Elder indeed.
So we saw SOFM now. He traditionally the jungler for New Evolution Esports for Lewis. He's now playing mid lane, and just look how well he is doing on Jace right now. He's 62 minion score. He's gone for a Brutalizer first, which I really like. I don't like it when full Lewis go for that tier first Jace, because it doesn't really work out too well for them most of the time, but still, he's doing really well in that mid lane, and we've seen him put a lot of pressure throughout the map, helping out the Dragon, stopping Azubu Taipei assassin from taking Dragon as well, all by himself, just with one acceleration shock blast combo.
Yeah, just one acceleration shock blast combo will allow him to take down Morning very low. And like you said, I like to pick up the Brutalizer as well, because you know, SOFM winning the lane 1-on-1 against Morning already, picking up the Brutalizer is just going to allow you to win that lane even further. And the duel at the top lane didn't go in favor of Lolita at all for Shyvana against Jax.
This is why I wished Full was stuck to the 2-on-2 lane and the 1-on-1 top lane. I mean, it did allow them to pick up an early Dragon. Their rotations were solid whereby they were able to get down to the bot lane, stop TPA from taking the Dragon and take it for themselves. But now, Lolita, he's not behind in terms of items, but he does not have an experience advantage. And Archie actually has an experience advantage himself, so he's able to bully Lolita right now in the top lane. Lolita was not able to shove Archie into the tower from the beginning of the game, so he wasn't able to get that advantage. Archie will slowly start to ramp up unless Full Lewis can do something about it.
Yeah, Archie will ramp up, and if he does, this is going to be the same exact thing happening. So we have in the middle SOFM going in, gets that Shock Blast through the acceleration gate combo, taking Morning down to just about half health.
That is disgusting harass coming out from SOFM. I mean, he played that really well. Look at that. SOFM, become the new mid laner, please.
Become the new mid laner, definitely. So he plays a much better Jace than what Shin does. So maybe they really want to go in for a lane swap coming in, sorry. Not lane swap, but gang the crescendo airballs once again from Mew, but Jay does get taken down now. BB is forced to run away. So roll swap coming in from NFL seems to be helping. Shin is able to pick up the kill in the bot lane. Will be going for a very fast Infinity. It's just definitely going to synergize with the Blood Ball on Nunu as well as his rapid fire.
To be fair to Mew there, oh my goodness, and SFM, he might get taken out. Dinter, ooh, clutch play coming there as we saw the Super Mega Death Rocket just whiz past as well. So we're going to see Dinter was able to duel out SOFM there, which would normally have been a traditional jungle on jungle duel coming into this game, but we see SFM in the mid lane. And there, to be fair to Mew, they did counter flash his flash crescendo, but I'm not sure why he held it for so long. If he flash crescendoed really early, before they could even react, they might have been able to get a full absolute zero combo off as Jay and Morning here tried to defend the tower. Looked like Jay wanted to go in for some aggression, decided not to do so.
I guess the stun out, and now the command protect will just, you know, shield Jay up a little bit. No kills down here in the bottom lane as of yet. So let's take a look at the gold score as well as the turret count. Gold score is just about even 1-on-1 in terms of turret. Kills are 3 and 3, but the Dragon did go over to NFL, so this means that whatever Dragon gold they earned earlier just got caught back up, because look at the CS disadvantage in the top lane, especially Jax has 83 compared to the 55 CS on Shyvana.
It looks like Dinter as well. He's playing a traditional Saint Vicious in the jungle. Always farm, never gag. He's got that Spirit of the Elder Lizard as well already built up, so when he kills those big cans, he's gonna get some extra gold as we see him fight in mid lane.
That's right, the Shockwave as well as the Tibbers comes out, and SOFM is unable to get away from that one. Archie here trying to bully out Lolita in the top lane. They're trading quite evenly as of now, but it seems that this mid lane turret will go down. Tibbers is the one manning it up, tanking down the turret. They do pick up the mid outer turret, and it seems that they will extend their gold lead to about 1200 gold.
And we saw there, SOFM, this is not your jungle, this is the mid lane. This is what happens to mid laners. Now you know the pain of when you do this to the other players in the mid lane. But you can see, Context wasn't able to pick up an assist or kill there. He already had his 1 kill and assist from before, but now he's just going to roam around, get some damage out. So we see Shin in a bad position.
That's right, Shin is in a bad position. He overextends, gets hit by the stun from Jay, is not able to rocket jump away, did not had his flash up but saved it. So I think good call coming in for Shin. Knew that he was way overextended, didn't have a tower or turret to run to, and just gives that kill up to Annie.
So Dinter once again still doing a good job having a really high minion score with the new changes to the jungle items, especially when you pick up the blessing of this Lizard Elder. You would be able to pick up a lot more gold when you get kills on champions, large monsters, and epic monster camps as well. So the extra gold he'll be getting from this large minion score advantage he has over Violet won't be able to help him out a lot. I mean, it's not a very large minion score advantage, just 10 minion score, but still, Nunus are well known to be able to farm out the jungle fairly easily, and we haven't seen too much counter jungle coming from Violet. More of an objective focused Nunu right now.
That's right, NFL have been very objective focused all 3 games, but the problem is that yes, they have controlled the Dragon quite well. We may have a pincer maneuver coming in from TPA. Jay has his stun charged up. We'll get a snowball onto him, but they'll try to go in. The crescendo only locks down one person. Jay spends off his stun already. We saw the Super Mega Death Rocket airball, the command shockwave only hitting onto Shin. No kills just yet, and everyone taken down very low. And
Mew, what are you doing, Mew? Mew's gonna get taken down here. Or is he?
Maybe not. Jay taken out extremely low. Yes, the Zap will be able to pick up the kill on that one. We do see on the side, Kha'Zix just kind of waiting in the wings for any sort of further aggression coming from NFL. We did see Archie and Lolita go, whoa, Shin taken down extremely low, went to farm the wave, but that leap will come in and just take him out. We see that the poke coming out from SOFM. Lolita will now join the party, and it seems Dragon here will reset slowly. So Shot Glass coming out from SOFM.
This really looks like SOFM's natural jungle protective measures here. I mean, he doesn't want this dragon to happen, and we see a dragon jump in.
That's right, the dragon will jump in, RG will get knocked away. Didn't get a counter strike off, and the ignite take may take him down. No, the command protect, a clutch command protect will save RG. Lolita coming into the fight, the shockwave will not hit, a flash. Flame breath will take down the Jax, and Lolita should try to walk away from this one. Jay onto the sidelines, getting caught out by Violet as well as Mew. Doesn't get a stun charge up, but is not able to fire it off. 3 members trying to get onto Mew himself, onto Jay himself, sorry.
SOFM is playing a mean Jace right now. I mean, he's just showing no fear. He's showing Azubu Taipei that he's comfortable in this mid lane. But Mew, on the other hand, I think he's been on a little bit of a tilt these past few games. You see the Super Mega Death Rock just do a little bit of damage to everybody there. But Mew, he looks like he's on a little bit of a tilt here. I mean, he's been landing poor crescendos, being in quite bad positions as well, I would say. It's just not playing the way he used to.
Yeah, he's not playing the way he used to indeed. I remember Mew actually extremely comfortable on his Sonas, and he is able to land some very clutch crescendos coming in, especially if you have a Jax and Kha'Zix on the opposing team. The moment they jump in, pull off the crescendo, and you can allow the team to kite back, especially since you have the Jace as well as Nunu. But it seems that the crescendos haven't really been on point this game.
He's really been using those crescendos either too early or way too late. He's been using them when the opponents have a time to react to the crescendos, or when he just feels like now's the time to use it, and he only hits 1 or 2 people and not the prime targets that New Evolution Esports Paul Lewis really need to lock down. So we've seen that Paul Lewis being really objective controlled. I mean, because he SOFM, he's already almost by himself really stopped the Azubu Taipei assassins from taking down 2 dragons, and then afterwards we saw Paul Lewis pick it up for themselves. We see Dinter get some good damage down to Lolita. Wow.
Yeah, the isolation passive coming in allows Dinter to pull off as much damage as possible. That ward over there will allow him to spot out the rotations coming from Shin. May go in for the assassination soon. Will he start to follow it up? The rest of TPA will be pushing in onto the mid lane. As we see here, we have NFL trying to defend this as much as possible. I don't think TPA wants to commit just yet. I feel that they haven't hit the item thresholds or the vision control. They are trying to put down as many wards as possible, so now that they feel safe, they may start to go in for this mid lane push.
See, Mew almost gets caught out there and went in for a little bit of aggressive warding, and Jinx takes down these towers so fast. Once he pulls out Pow and gets her attack speed buff stacking up. I mean, Tristana has the attack speed steroid of her own, but that attack speed steroid being built into the passive of Switcheroo coming in from BB just allows him to take down the tower so fast, but he still puts himself in a little bit of a risky position to do so.
Yeah, he does put himself in a risky position because Pow does not have the extended range that Fishbones have. So it's very weird that NFL didn't even respond to that push. It was very transparent that TPA wanted to go in for that mid lane push, but we do have some action here with SOFM going in, taking Morning down extremely low. The shockwave will hit 3 people. The Super Mega Death Rocket comes in. Dinter just joins into the fight. SOFM take it very low. Dinter has a double kill, gonna zone out Mew at this point of time. Now they will take down Violet, who's went in on that Nunu. Mew now in a bunch of trouble. Will Dinter be able to catch out on this one? He will not hit those void spikes coming in, or void missiles, since he's using the Mecha Kha'Zix.
We'll be able to try one more time though.
Will he going for the jump? He will go for the jump, and now Dinter is unstoppable, gets the reset and hops back out. Oh my goodness.
Dinter showing superb command of Kha'Zix in that situation. We haven't seen Kha'Zix at all in the Green Premier League either, and Dinter just pulls it out suddenly. Here, as we go into a replay of that fight, so let's see what happened here. So we see SOFM started the aggression onto Morning, took it down so low, but didn't take him down completely. Now, this is gonna jump in, jumps onto everybody, takes down Shin. Now he's gonna go on SOFM. Already has that jump reset. Doesn't get the damage down, but he will still pick up SOFM. As we see Violet here, duels Morning. The shield should come out from Morning, if I'm not mistaken, just No, actually not even the shield.
Not
Just
even the
command
shield.
attack as we see Dinter will continue to chase down Mew as we saw before. We'll miss another void spike here. Then we'll jump and say bye-bye.
Bye-bye to Mew. So Dinter's showing that he's extremely comfortable on Kha'Zix. He's 5-0-2, has the Spirit of the Lizard Elder as well as the Bloodthirster. He's gonna deal so much damage.
Normally I would say, oh, as we see a fight top, sorry, Lolita is getting...
Yeah,
One out here, I
Lolita is getting... He's gonna get plowed. The isolation damage will be coming out from Dinter, who gets the jump, deals some damage onto Lolita. He is a tanky dragon, however, but he will go down. Dinter picks up his 6th kill of the game, and we do have SOFM on the side trying to pick up Archie as much as possible, but Jay as well as Dinter will flank him from the side. The flash stun, Timbers comes in, counter strike, and then he just melts.
Gone.
Oh my.
Deleted from Summoner's Rift, as I like to say. And we saw there, I mean, it did look like Shyvana, Lolita playing Shyvana might have been able to do it. As we see another fight top lane, Shin might be able to take down BB here. We'll be able to shut down BB, and BB just in a little bit of a careless position. The Buster shot will knock BB back as well into an even more dangerous position. But still, Lolita fancied his chance against Archie. Didn't know Dinter was waiting nearby for that counter gank, and SOFM just wrong place at the wrong time.
Yes, SOFM wanted the kill on Archie, wanted to help his dragon in the top lane, but Morning there getting caught out a little bit. The burnout from Lolita will come in, and the constant slow coming from Violet. Whoa, we do have Dinter come in, jump, and try to melt Violet. Yes, he will get the kill. The jump reset will happen. Will they go back in for the fight? Morning is very low on mana, and so is Dinter. So they will choose to get Violet and just back off. So TPA having that measured aggression once again. We see very classic TPA. They do not go in for the all-out aggression, but the moment they see that they can pick up the kill, calculated aggression goes in, pick up the kill, back off.
Full Lewis, I don't know what they were thinking there. Violet was on less than half health. Had 0 mana. Yes, Nuna's passive can come into play, but then he has to decide what ability he's going to use in that. He's going to use his snowball for the slow. He's going to use his absolute 0 to get the AoE slow and ton of damage down if he can charge it up, or is he going to boil someone to make them both faster? He didn't use anything there once his passive came up, and I even thought that Orianna herself with Ignite and Command Shockwave could have taken down Nunu, Violet on Nunu all by himself, but still very questionable plays coming out from Full Lewis. This does not look like, except for SOFM, this does not look like the Full Lewis that played in game 1. SOFM look exactly the same. He's playing like a beast right now.
Yeah, I think he's been carrying NFL on his backs. He's the one going in for the aggression. He played the jungler in the past 2 games, pulled off the early aggression all the way into mid game, and just continued on the aggression. And as a mid laner, we saw that one-on-one kill against Morning and is able to take that one out. Dinter may go in for the jump, but we do have Shin Rocket jumping away for that one. So here we have a 7-0-3. Void Assault evolves both the jump as well as the claws coming in from Dinter. Does pick up the pink ward coming in, so yeah, wow.
TPA look to put some pressure on this inner bottom tower. They do have the gold advantage to do so, and they had the numbers advantage at the start, but it looks like,
whoa, look at the damage coming out from that.
SOFM, they're gonna engage in this one maybe? No, they're not. I mean, what can Full Lewis engage with?
The crescendo.
The crescendo from you?
Mew has to hit the crescendo. I tell you, if NFL Mew hits a pinpoint sweet crescendo, they win a team fight.
I mean, I really feel that Full Lewis, they need to just keep poking with SOFM. He has no, oh no, he does have that mana immune right now, so he will have a bit more mana than normal. He has some decent items too. I mean, he relies on last switch, so he's gonna have a lot of armor penetration against a squishy front line of Azubu Taipei Assassins. It could work out. I mean, just look at that. One shot blast acceleration gate combo almost took Dinter down to less than half health. And Lisa might get caught out here.
Yeah, oh, the crescendo does hit 3 people, and look at the amount of damage they do to absolute 0, and the shockwave does come out. Morning still survives for that one. Dinter now has to run away. They do take a fight, so like I said, that crescendo coming in will allow them to pick up a fight. Lolita, no, sorry, SOFM does pick up a fight. Archie taken down very low, now pops the Grandmaster's Might and walks away, so
you called it.
Mew hit the crescendo, they win the team fight.
Mew said, you casters mock me and I'm gonna do something to retaliate to that. And he just did. He did a 3-man crescendo. Bear in mind, BB pulled off a very clutch cleanse instantly, but Shyvana jumping straight in was amazing. Now they're going to pick up Dragon Fist. We will go into a replay of that fight though. So here we go. They're going to aggress on his Mew, jumps into the flash because that hits everybody. BB cleanses instantly, but Lolita will pull them even closer, jumping in. Dinz is going to come in from the back line soon as we see Violet separate Jay and the rest of Azubu type assassin with absolute zero. Dinz jumps in. Shin will instantly flash away, and SOFM along with Mew will instantly peel for Shin and pick up Dinter once he comes out of invisibility. Now Archie won't be able to do anything as Morning will get picked up by Lolita using that burnout. Triple kill will actually go to SFM, sorry. Only Archie will win, will leave that fight alive. And Full Lewis now have Baron buff. They have some hope now.
They have Baron buff. They have taken down all the outer turrets on the side of TPA. And it seems that they will need to use this Baron buff. Yes, they have gold disadvantage. The items, however, are quite even, I feel. Some of them have completed some major item thresholds, especially on the side of SOFM, as well as Shin does have the Infinity Edge and Bloodthirster on the Tristana is going to be very helpful coming in with the Rapid Fire and the Blood Ball, so they need to take objectives as much as possible. And if Mew, like I said, can land that crescendo once more into Lolita's Dragon's Descent, a lot of damage will come out.
So I was going to say that Full Lewis, since Champion Select, I've decided Full Lewis need to wait for the initiation coming out from Azubu Taipei Assassin and Kite perfectly to stop them from winning team fights. But as you said, Flash Crescendo is always available from Mew. If you can pull that one off.
Violet now caught out. Takes a lot of damage. However, Jace goes in. The shockwave will hit 2 people, and the shutdown goes to BB, and now NFL is on the back foot. The reset from the jump will come in. Now SOFM goes down as well. Lolita being taken down. BB does get the Get Excited passive on the side of Jinx. Will not be able to hit the zap, however, and only 2 of them are alive. They only trade 1 for 3 in favor of TPA.
And this is where I was going with that conversation. I mean, having a lineup that does well against initiations is good, but having no initiation of your own except for that Flash Crescendo is dangerous, because we're going to go to a replay of that fight first. I'll elaborate a bit more on that. So you can see here, Violet gets caught out, and Jay's going to pull off a nice Flash anti-Tibber stun. So here we go, hits 2 members, and this is going to allow Archie to come in and get the counter-strike down, along with the shockwave pulling in 3 people. SFM will get taken down. Now Dinter gets the jump reset here. We'll jump on the Shin to get some good damage down before getting taken out. Now the rest of Azubu Taipei Assassins will clean up here. Lolita will get taken down, and there we go. So even though they're very good at dealing with the initiations, what do you do when your carries get locked down? I mean, you can't do much when they just pile up the CC onto your carries, and without some incredible peel, they're just going to get locked down and you're going to lose the fight. So it's very dangerous for Full Lewis to have a team not continue with team comp, but to have a team conversation where they're relying on kiting, when Azubu Taipei Assassins are so good at shutting down these champions that want to kite.
Yeah, they need to kite it out. Like you said, Violet was in a horrendous position in that fight. He walked around this brush here to, I have no idea for what, and the moment he went around, the Flame Choppers went down, and TPA committed for that fight. So we do have the Baron buff still ticking on Shin as well as Mew, and it seems that NFL will be quite happy to continue to push this fight. Oh my goodness, Shin is in a very dangerous position. So they cannot get caught out. They, like you said, SOFM needs to put down and lay down the pokes coming in. A vision ward being dropped in the middle of everyone to spot out any sort of wards. Actually 2 vision wards, the Draven ward and the Lux ward. Try to spot out any lane wards coming in. We did see Dinter on your screen solo out the dragon, allowing them to pick up some more global gold on the side of TPA. So here we have this double AD combo trying to pick up the turret as much as possible, but this threat here of Archie being so tanky on the Jax as well and dealing so much damage going for the ball delivery system, so that's going to be very dangerous.
Look at Dinter's items. He's almost got his 2nd Bloodthirster. He doesn't care about any other items. He just wants his Bloodthirster. He wants that pure damage and lifesteal, which gives you the most damage, gives you a ton of lifesteal. Maybe not the best item choice to go for, but still, it's never a bad thing to stack Bloodthirsters on top of one another. We saw there once again, Full Lewis tried to go for a push. They knew that They knew that the flash on Jay was down and would be down for some time. All the other summoner spells are up for the rest of the members of Azubu Taipei Assassins, and they're able to get some good poke down from SOFM onto Jay. Jay was poked out of that siege. They got some good damage onto the tower, but not able to pick that one up.
Yeah, they did get some good damage onto the turret, but the threat is, like I said, Archie coming in with the ball from Oriana is going to be so dangerous. It's going to happen in an instant, and the moment Morning pops a shockwave and lands it on more than 2 people, the team fight's just going to go sour for NFL.
Sure, so now we're going to see Lolita might be in a bad position, dodges out the zap coming in from BB on Jinx there, and looks like, I mean, the only inner turret left available for Fullers to defend is the bottom inner turret. Azubu Taipei Assassins could probably easily take that one down if they decide to go for a siege. Mew's Flash Crescendo is up, which is the only real problem. Actually, one of the real problems that Azubu Taipei Assassins have to deal with. We saw Mew hit a nice Flash Crescendo earlier, despite whiffing a few Crescendos in this series so far. The other problem they have to deal with is SOFM's really, really good poke and harass that he can bring to the table. If Azubu TPA go for a siege, they need to keep dodging this Shock Blast acceleration. Gate combos as Archie might get caught out here.
Whoa, a 4-man crescendo coming into the Tibbers, as well as the counter strike will start off the fight, and the 2-man crescendo will land onto JJ, will walk out of that fight. Dinter now in trouble. Morning on the side, he will be taken down very low. No one dies just yet. Archie as well as BB. BB will be the first one to go down in that fight. Dinter onto the sidelines will be spotted out. Shin will come in for the fight, and finally Lodita in the front line just wrecking face. BB and Jay goes down. Dinter, Archie and Morning taken down extremely low. So even though they were caught in the shockwave, NFL was able to just go in with the aggression through the acceleration gate, and they will pick up this turret. They may pick up one more if they can deal enough damage to it.
So we saw there, that was fantastic shockwave coming out from Morning. I mean, it hit almost everybody on full Lewis. Followed up with the flash tibbers coming out from Jay, but nobody else was there to follow up with damage. Dinter didn't put any damage on. Morning got bursted almost immediately, and BB was in a bad position as well. So despite being able to lock down be able to lock down full Lewis, their team comp that allows the Kite excelled in that situation. But now,
whoa, Mew taking it extremely low. We're going to leap strike, and Archie will pick up that kill. Lolita now in a big trouble. That's a flash away, gets the ignite. Will Lolita be able to survive through that one? I believe he will be. 75, 80 health now, and I'm going to recall that Super Mega Death Rocket will take down Lolita. Great Super Mega Death Rocket coming in from BB. So 2 members now, Lolita as well as Mew, and now it seems that they will start on the Baron.
Super Mega Death Rocket in a clutch situation there. They lost their inhibitor. Gonna go for this Baron pickup. We saw full Lewis pick up a Baron after a successful team fight. They picked up the inhibitor there, but they just didn't back off in time. We're gonna go for replay of that. Here's where we saw that amazing shockwave. I mean, Morning's already so low. Here we go. 4-man shockwave onto all the key targets of full Lewis. They flash out of it really. Counter-strike coming in from Archie only hit 1 person. He's gonna get locked down. He's not a really tanky champion. We'll get bursted like almost instantly. SOFM gonna have his Guardian Angel prop by Lolita still in this fight. We saw Morning flash over the Dragon Pit. He's running away from this fight. Now BB in a bad position. Shin will duel him out. They will be able to take him down as Violet and Lolita catch him off guard after he flashes off the wall. Jay also gonna get caught off guard here as Archie tries to save his teammate. Full Lewis able to use their poke to poke Morning out of the fight before it even started. And then also use their team concentration to disengage, and the beautiful flash after the shockwave to prevent the counter-strike from locking them down, saved them in that team fight.
Yeah, that's right. It was if Jay was there just a little bit sooner, the Tibbers would have gone down and layered over that counter-strike combination. Just because he was just a second late, the flashes all came down and he was only able to hit SOFM.
So right now it's going to be interesting to see what these two teams do. Full Lewis, they're showing that they can win team fights, but they're so far behind in terms of gold. I like Full Lewis team, New Evolution Esports Full Lewis's team comp. They just don't have any hard initiate besides the flash crescendo coming out from you, but if they can continue pulling off fights like they just did, despite TPA getting a great command shockwave down onto 4 members, and despite Archie coming out with almost a great follow-up, if Full Lewis continue doing what they're doing, outplaying Azubu Taipei Assassins, using their team comp to their advantage to poke early and then disengage and kite as much as they can, they could still fight this Baron up and heavily saturated gold Azubu Taipei Assassins.
That's right, the gold difference right now, it's about 7,000 gold, but at 33 minutes into the game, and the fact that and not only that, SOFM has completed the mirror mana coming in, so those pokes are going to hurt even more. They do extend their gold lead right now to about 8,400 gold, but like you said, if they are able to pull off the pokes on top of the Baron buff TPA, they should be able to take them low enough. Mew goes in for the flash crescendo, Violet locking them up with the absolute zero, and the amount of damage they're able to output having Tristana as well as Jace on their team, even having no tank at this point of time, TPA will melt.
This is what I like from Full Lewis as well. We can see Jay on Annie, he's building damage items on his Annie. You always see Mew going for those support items. That's what I like teams to do. Use the support for what their class is for. Use it for the utility to help out and make the rest of your teammates more powerful. I mean, pick up the Mikhail's Crucible. This allows Shin to not only run barrier so that he has that extra shield in team fights when it is up, instead of BB who's running the cleanse. It also allows him to take one crowd control and not even build a QSS and get it cleansed away from Mikhail's Crucible. And if Dinter jumps on him while he's crowd control and the Mikhail Crucible comes out, it will heal him for a percentage of his missing health. So building the support items on the support from Full Lewis here, I think is a right decision from them. You see Mew taking a little bit of poke damage coming from Jace. It's not going to matter too much. That slow from Zap though might be a bit devastating if he's caught out in a bad position. But right now, Full Lewis on the back foot, going to try and defend a push. Coming in to see the command shockwave. The shock blast acceleration gate combo. There was some decent poke, but it wasn't very flashy there. It's kind of fallen off a little bit.
It has kind of fallen off. We do not see any damage items coming in from SOFM outside of the mirror mana as well as the last whisper, but he needs to continue chunking them down as much as possible before they can initiate the team fight. We do have Shin as well as SOFM have both their Guardians Angels up already. We do see Dinter waiting in the wings. That ward goes down, will spot out any attempt coming in from them. So NFL have managed to kind of wear off the aggression on the side of TPA, but the Baron buff is now gone from them, and it seems that despite being 9,000 gold down, NFL is still able to pick up some wins in the team fight.
You can already see Dinter is playing in the front lines. Obviously, there's a
Whoa, Crescendo goes in, Archie gets taken out very low, a 3-man shockwave comes in on top of Timbers, the Super Mega Death Rocket comes in from BB, Lolita now taken down very low, Shin is still on the outside, SOFM now takes down Dinter, will deal with Archie, and they will both deal with each other. Counter Strike comes in, Leap Strike goes in, and SOFM picks up the double kill onto that one. Shin is still alive, Lolita needs to go back for the heal now, and Shin will be there just to defend the mid inhibitor turret, and they're going to trade this one 2 for 2, taking out jungler support on the side of NFL, and TPA will lose their top laner as well as jungler.
Now, SOFM is a beast. SOFM is a freaking beast there. We saw that play coming in from his Jace. Didn't even lose his Guardian's Angel in that fight. And that crescendo from Mew, that is Mew. I mean, that was a great crescendo from him instead of whipping his crescendo like before. But once again, BB, it didn't even look like it hit him. He hit his cleanse so fast, he was just out of that crowd control instantly.
That's right, he has been hitting the pinpoint cleanse, he has been hitting the pinpoint super mega death rockets, and his positioning in the fights have been quite superior. It allows him to constantly put out as much damage as possible, but the front line of Archie as well as Dinter have been zoned out because Lolita has been diving in with the Shyvana, zoning out the entire back line of TPA.
I like the combo as we go into replay. I like the combo of Violet and Shyvana because Shyvana can knock them back down if they don't on them out. But here we go. Crescendo coming from Mew. Flash Crescendo. Look at BB. It looked like it didn't even hit him, and Archie takes a lot of damage. Counter Strike will block some damage. The Lolita's gonna jump in very shortly. Command Shockwave though. Look at that, hitting 3 people of Full Lewis there. Super Mega Death Rock will take down Mew instantly as Violet gets taken out solo. And now we see SOFM's off to the side. Lolita's gonna tank up. Throws a really fail flame depth as Violet will almost get taken down here. Shin still alive and healthy. SOFM duels in there, and then also duels Jax in an incredible fight.
That's right, we didn't manage to see the fight there because NFL will start to push in onto this inhibitor. This inhibitor should go down extremely quickly. A blood bomb, Tristana will easily be able to take that one down. Actually, one more hit from Mew. Mew being the one to be able to take that out. The Super Mega Death Rocket as well as the Shockwave combo will destroy Mew instantly. They do not have the crescendo in this fight. They should run through the acceleration shock. The shock acceleration gate as fast as possible. Dinta will come in with the slow SOFM. Will nearly get hit by the counter strike, but a great ultimate coming in from Shin will just push Archie away.
I have to blame Mew's depth there on Shin. He jumped out of there with the inhibitor taking at 1 health, and now look at this sneaky play coming up from Azubu Taipei. They wanted to go for an initiate on a 5-on-4 situation. Good shot, blast acceleration gate combo with Pokemon, but Shin cheekily rocket jumped out when he thought his last auto type would kill the inhibitor, and then Mew said, guys, we didn't kill it. Walks back in, throws in that little bit of music at the inhibitor to take it down, and he will pay for it with his life though.
Yeah, look what they did. They forced the entire TPA to recall, and now they will try to take down this Baron as fast as possible. So now we will have 4 members just mill to
Baron's not your friend, guys. Or is it?
Very dangerous. Will they be able to pick up Baron and smash it closer? Yes, they do, and now the fight will break out. It's going to be a 4v4. Violet will be able to use the Absolute Zero to zone out. The Shockwave will hit both Shin and SOF, and both of them had the Guardian's Angels up. He will rocket jump away. Archie taking it very low. Violet will go down to Dinta, and both the Guardian's Angels will pop. This is not going to smell good. A double kill for Jinx, and SOF will go down. Only Jax will fall in the Dragon Pit. Dinta will have that reset very shortly. Will he go in, or will Mew be able to pick up the kill on that one? He will pick up the kill, and the ace coming in for that fight. The replay we'll see. So Fish, take us away from the replay.
So this fight full of picking up Baron here, it doesn't give so many offensive stats. It works so well with regeneration. So they're gonna jump in, but they have the numbers advantage going into this fight. And just look how Archie zones out both Shin and SOFM, the damage dealers of full Lewis. Lewis is gonna get taken down by 3 members of the backline of the Taipei Assassins. Shin here gonna get taken down. He's almost in the front line, trapped in this Baron pit. He's gonna jump back, pops the Guardian Angel, and Lazy goes down. Now Violet attacking 5 members of Azubu Taipei Assassins. Only now does Mew come into the fight. Crescendo's Dinter, and he has to fight him 1-on-1. And there's nothing much Full Lewis can do here. Double kill going onto Jinx, and with that, it will be an easy push
for the win. That's right, so TPA will take that victory after that